My name's Joseph, and I'm a liar. This hill is my haven, and this was my home. I used to come here when the stress of life got up with me. Too many papers due, too many exams to study for, and when all the little things just caught up with me and I needed some time to myself. Let's face it, the world's fucking shit. There's always some coup, some bomb that's gone off, some pharmaceutical company that's invented a new wonder drug that just gets people hooked and makes everything worse. It's nice to get away from it all, you know? It's nice to forget that sometimes we are the architects of our own demise. This is the most fascinating thing I have learned about people. We crucify ourselves and create our own pain. We fear the future and regret the past without actually living in the present. I'm not usually one to dwell on the bad decisions I have made. After saying this, I'd be a hypocrite if I did. But sometimes, unwilling exceptions creep up on you, and the overwhelming feeling of remorse is one that is not easily solved. I was around 15 when I first started. I was in a shitty school in a shitty town. I was busy all the time, and it just seemed easier to avoid the world and man up and face it. I mean, look at this little shit. I became what most will call an undercover asshole. Compulsive liar. It's an art of seduction, a talent as such. Have you ever considered the fact that someone's talent could result in another person becoming a victim? The puppeteer lulls you in and drains your sympathy, then leaves you in the palm of the hand like a sponge that they're ready to squeeze whenever they need a fix of attention. It's a cycle, you see? It's addictive. And the worst part? It's pretty much always undetectable, especially in a situation like a boarding school.
Yo, are you still failing in your exams?
Nope. Actually got an A on this one.
It's really difficult. Ever since I was diagnosed with depression, I've found it really hard to go to classes. I think some time off school would really help. Why would I want to be the same old boring Joseph anymore when I could become a victim of a mental illness and not have to go to class because of it? I cried a lot too. To see a grown, popular 16-year-old boy cry was rare. It must have meant something terrible had happened. I'd lie about places I've been to. And the 10th best country I've ever been to was Cambodia. Or maybe Morocco. And for some reason, talk of backstage access to popular bands really got people excited. I wish I had seen Nine Inch Nails live and chilled under tour bus with them. It's weird. When I fabricate stories, I picture them so vividly, they could even be the truth. So there was this one time when we went to Corfu. The waves were like 8 foot high, and then this poor boy got stuck in the sea. I swam and got him out.
Oh my god, you're so brave. I would have never done that.
Yep, more lies. And soon after this came my biggest lie yet. I needed my next hit. I figured no one would question my story if I told them something as drastic as my mother committing suicide.
Sir, sorry to disturb you this time, but I really need to talk to someone. Please come.
And I was right. They didn't. A pat on the back and as much time as I needed was all I was offered. I remember his exact words. 7 days, 7 weeks, whatever you need, son. My grand master plan all came crashing down as I received a dated letter in the post from my supposedly dead mother. Good job, Joseph. Now you look like a tit. I thought of myself as I packed my bags home. A short conversation with my parents was all it took for my teachers to realize my bullshit and kick me out. It wasn't until I was 17 and back home that I realized the gravity of my actions. I was like home when I got the call from my father. My mother was in the hospital, and I was to come immediately. She had been in an accident. She passed away 5 minutes before I was able to get there. My favorite picture of us, my 4th birthday. The guilt I felt after that left me feeling as if, somehow, my actions had foreshadowed her death. As if God had heard my claims and decided to punish me for my deceit. That's when I started to get my shit together. 3 days a week now, I work in a children's library, storytelling. It's not a big change, but it's all I can do. They say that in 2 years, I'll be ready to start professional storytelling at festivals. I turned my addiction into something useful. It doesn't mean I don't hate myself for the pain that I put myself through. It wasn't worth the pleasure and attention that I craved. My addiction destroyed me, and now I'm ready to do anything within my will to make sure no one else can ever do what I did. Thing is, I'm an undercover asshole, and this is my haven. My name's Thomas, and I think I may need help.